All right. All right. Good morning. My name is Becky Milbrandt, and I am one of the planners with Ramsey County Workforce Solutions. I work primarily with our Workforce Innovation Board, and I also do a variety of projects for our department. And I am joined here this morning by my colleague, Rachael Molenaar. So Rachael, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Rachael Molenaar. I am also a planner at Workforce Solutions at Ramsey County, and I work primarily in our youth and young adult programs. So if you ever have questions about the county's youth employment programming, I am the person to come to. So we're really excited to share this tool with folks today.
Yeah, so just echoing what Rachael said, we're really excited to be here to share some information about this website with you. I'll just say that we are not going to cover all of the resources and tools that are on this site, but we'll certainly invite you to come back and explore other tools and other resources that are found here. Just confirming that everybody can see the web page right now. Is that correct? Great. Okay, so just to give you just a really quick little background on this Ramsey County Means Business website. It was originally developed by Ramsey County's Community and Economic Development Department, and it was really meant to be like an economic development resource for businesses who were looking to locate, grow, and expand here in Ramsey County. So really showcasing the features and benefits of doing business and living in Ramsey County and why it's such a great place to live, work, and do business. It was also used during COVID as kind of the hub for businesses to come and learn about those economic development funding and recovery funds and grants that they could apply for. So obviously a huge component of economic development is workforce development. And so we have a section on the site specifically for workforce, and we've spent the last year or so really building out the workforce side of this web page. And we'll kind of talk through some of the tools that are found on this side of the site today. Starting with Job Connect, which is our online job board. And oh, I'm sorry, I just had a cat decide to join me. I'm so sorry. When you go into the Job Connect job board, the first thing you will see is the opportunity to either take the path of are you a job seeker or to go in as an are you an employer. So if we click on the Are You a Job Seeker? There we go. You will come up with a page that offers the opportunity to search by a variety of different criteria. So if somebody is a job seeker knows exactly the job that they're looking for, they can type in a keyword. You can also go to the industry drop down here and you can do a search by the various industries. You can search by location. And we really have tried to make this be a local job board specific to Ramsey County. However, there are a few kind of neighboring communities that have jobs posted here as well. You can search by the type of job you're looking for, whether it's full-time, part-time. There are also internship opportunities and volunteer opportunities on here. And then kind of a unique feature is this ability to search by transit. So if a job seeker is looking for something along a bus line or on the green line, you can really kind of dial it into those transit opportunities as well. Something that we've added recently is an opportunity to search by youth-friendly jobs. So you can click on this little box here, and it really will narrow the criteria of the jobs that you're looking at down to the types of jobs that are hiring young people that they will take the time to do some extra training, understanding that they would probably have less experience and would take the time to kind of do some of that work with them. And also that have like more school-friendly or flexible hours. So we can just start there. And if I just leave that youth-friendly box checked and then hit submit, it will bring up, the first thing you'll kind of notice here is this mapping function. So all of the jobs that are considered to be youth-friendly are mapped here. You can zoom in and you can just click on these little pins and you can see who the employers are in those areas.
So Becky, do the organizations themselves, when they're putting up their postings, do they designate whether they are welcome to having young people?
Yes, yep, they sure can. We'll kind of look at the employer side of this as well, and I can show you that on that side as well. But employers, when they go in and post their jobs, they can indicate whether or not it's a youth-friendly job. So as we scroll down, you can see the actual job listings themselves. So there's a tile here. And then if you go ahead and actually click into that specific job posting, it'll bring up all the details of that job. So you can get more information about how many job postings or how many job openings they have, what industry it is, what they're hiring for in terms of salary or compensation, responsibilities, qualifications for that job. So all the details here. And then there's also a link that would take you either to their website or directly to the application. So it's very user-friendly. And then also contact information here. So job seekers can contact that employer if they have additional questions. So let me just go back actually to youth-friendly. So right now there are about 46 youth-friendly jobs listed here. We're certainly wanting to build that up over time. So as employers, we're certainly encouraging them to consider adding those types of jobs to this website. Now, Rachel, do you have anything to add on that section before we kind of move on?
Just that I think that this youth-friendly piece is really exciting. Like Becky said, this is a new tool. I don't know, maybe like 2 months, Becky. It hasn't been live for very long. So we are really going out. Becky and I were with some employers a couple of weeks ago talking about the tool, really for those employers who want to hire young people to try to get them to post on here. We've also been sharing this with a lot of our school partners. Again, knowing that at least an employer is open to hiring young people can be a good starting point. So, and the transit piece is a selling point that I like to talk about too, because if you go on Indeed, you cannot find what job is on transit. And so that's a really nice feature of this site too. So.
Yeah, and another thing just to point out is using the search criteria, you can actually select from more than one category. So let's just say, for example, you were interested in a hospitality job and you wanted to work in Roseville. You can continue to click within these criteria categories, and then it will bring up just those jobs based on the specific criteria that you're looking for. So there are currently 24 hospitality jobs located in Roseville, and you can really kind of narrow your search down that way. So it's really a great tool. Also on this page, you will see that there's an opportunity to sign up for Ramsey County's Job Connect or Job Seeker Connection newsletter. It's a monthly newsletter that goes out to the subscribers, and it really just kind of focuses on job training opportunities and events, upcoming events, and it also highlights some of the jobs that are found here on this Job Connect job site. So that is kind of the job seeker side of this page. As an employer, you can go follow the Are You an Employer path, and this is where employers would post their jobs. You can see that it's just a really simple fillable form. So you can just go in and fill those in. You can copy and paste right into this document. And then here's where you find that little checkbox for the youth-friendly jobs. Employers can, really make their posting as robust as they would like. There are places here where you can add videos and photos and all kinds of additional information that you can add to your postings. So that is the employer side.
I think the other piece that I'll add quickly too is that this is also in partnership with the local chambers. And so Becky can talk more about that as well, but it's nice to have a central tool instead of having each chamber have their own separate tools available. And so we're really, at least from a programmatic side and from a job seeker, youth service provider side, it's really nice to have all of the resources in one spot.
Yeah, great point, Rachel. We did develop this kind of in collaboration with all of the local chambers and municipalities. So their sites are now all directing towards this job board, and they're also obviously sharing it with their members. So it also helps to drive views and the postings to this site. So great point. We can take a quick pause and see if there are any questions before we move on to the next part of the site.
It's not a question, but I am really excited about the employer aspect as well. So certainly I know I love the job seeker and the ability for people to search, but I know from some of our partners, even people looking for new ways to get the word out about their postings. And so I'm excited to see how easy that is for folks to do that. So when they fill that out, how long does it take before it gets published, that it's like live on the site?
Yeah, so there's just a real brief pause there. I get a notification when a new job has been posted, and I just have to go in and just kind of check to make sure that everything looks okay, and then it's approved. And I really do try to make sure that I get those out there really quickly. So typically less than an hour for sure.
Okay, and just confirming, you said that it can be part-time, full-time, but was there volunteer positions as well?
Volunteer positions, internship opportunities, definitely all those types of opportunities you're welcome to post those on here.
Thank you.
We just ask that it just be, local. It's really kind of what we're looking for. Just trying to keep a local job board so that it's really helpful to the residents here.
Hi, good morning, Rebecca. Do employers need to register to do postings on the job boards, or is anybody free to do it? So I'm the human resources manager for Keystone Community Services. However, following up with like what Jocelyn just said, with like there are opportunities for like volunteer opportunities. So we have like a volunteer coordinator. So would we as an organization, would we need to register and then you have each individual person register as their own account, or is this open to anybody to essentially post positions?
Yeah, that's a great question. And no, you do not have to register. There's no registration required either on the job seeker side or on the employer side. It's free and available for anybody to use, employers to use. So yeah, absolutely. If you have some volunteer opportunities that you want to post on here, absolutely, we would certainly welcome you to add those on here. And if you have questions or trouble with anything, certainly feel free to reach out to me. I can share my contact information as we get closer to the end here. I think my name and email address is on the website here in a couple spots as well. So happy to help.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. So the next thing we'll kind of talk about is this workforce training dashboard. And as we click into here, you will see that we have kind of compiled all of the free and community-based training opportunities that we are aware of that are being offered locally. So currently we have about 70 training opportunities that are posted out here on the site. This tool is really helpful, I think, for employers who are looking to make connections with the organizations who are offering these types of trainings, as well as to people who are looking to get some training themselves. So as you kind of can see, again, we use kind of this tile format to list all of the different training opportunities, and just clicking on one of them, again, you can get to more details. So this automotive technician training that is being offered by Goodwill Easter Seals, there's a little bit of information here about the training, how it's being delivered. In this instance, it's online. Again, the category, and then dates and contact information. So there are a wide variety of training opportunities here. At the top, again, you will see the opportunity to either search by location, by the category, or if again, if you know exactly what you're looking for, you can search by a specific keyword. So, Rachel, do you have some thoughts on how it might be used by somebody other than an employer?
Yeah, so like Becky said, this is a really good tool, particularly for job seekers, particularly for young people. If you have a lot of these are mainly for 18 and older, but if you have some young adults who are looking for some short-term training opportunities, all of these programs are free, like Becky said. And so it's a really good opportunity to try to highlight to young folks and to all job seekers across the age spectrum, sort of what the opportunities are. The other thing that's really exciting, like Becky said, is that a lot of these training partners also have relationships with employers. And so you can read more, when you click into those individual trainings, but many of them have connections to employers where folks can get hired right out of the trainings. And so it's a great opportunity. I know Mary Sue Hansen from the Suburban Collaborative always says multiple wage earners in a family is one of the ways out of poverty. And so the more folks that we can get trained into higher wage jobs, the better for all of us. And so this is just one tool to be able to do that. And it gets updated fairly frequently. And so that's the other exciting thing. But I think 70 is the lowest I've ever seen. So it usually has a ton of training opportunities on it. So it's a good thing to be sharing with young folks and parents alike.
Great. So if there aren't any other questions on the section, we can move on. But I'm happy to answer any questions on here if you have them. So kind of working through some of these other tiles on the main page, you'll see that there's a workforce partners tile. And this actually started with our one-stop partners, which is the organizations that deliver services through our career force centers. And they really kind of wanted just a listing or a resource tool so that they could better understand, the partnership, the partners within that partnership, and then also, how to kind of refer within that group. And so we started with just a paper document, knowing that it would get outdated. And we shared that with the Workforce Board's Partnership and Outreach Committee. And they said, you know what, we would really love it if we could grow this to be a mapping of the entire ecosystem within Ramsey County, the workforce ecosystem within Ramsey County. So we spent a few months developing a really comprehensive list of all the organizations that we were aware of that are doing some form of workforce or workforce development work within Ramsey County. And we decided to make the tool be an online tool. So this is our partnership directory. And you can see that, again, you can search by a specific keyword. Again, we use these tiles to kind of help categorize the various partners. And they're really kind of broken down by either the type of service that is being delivered or the kind of the collaboration, like our one-stop partners have a tile on here. We've broken it down by geographic area. So we have kind of the listing of the organizations that are located in the Midway area. And we also have like a tile here for our chambers. So as you look into the various tiles here, we'll just kind of go down to the bottom and look at the youth and young adult services tile. And within there, you will find a directory listing of every organization that we are aware of that is in the youth space within Ramsey County. So there are a lot of them, and it's great to have kind of one place to come to find out information about all the work that's being done with youth in our community. Again, you can go ahead and then click into a specific directory listing. It gives you just a quick overview of what that organization does. It provides you with contact information, web link, phone number, and then gives you a little information on their location. Also, if you continue to scroll down, you can see that, like in this example, Anda Young does work in youth and young adult services, but they also provide culturally specific services. They're located in the Midway area, and they also do leadership development. So it really helps with kind of broadening the knowledge of all the different services that organization provides, and is a great reference and resource tool.
So for clarification, Becky, for this particular one, are these all youth program providers around workforce specifically, or?
Yep, so all of the organizations listed here are doing some workforce development or workforce services within Ramsey County. So
okay. And so if an organization maybe isn't receiving Ramsey County funds for their work, but they're doing something in this realm and want to be connected, they should reach out then to, would be you or Rachel?
Yep, you can certainly reach out to me. We can get those additional partners added to the site. So yeah, if we're missing some, we're always adding things to it. So it's great to have this be as comprehensive as possible. So certainly let me know if there are others who would like to be added to this site. So it's really a good tool for businesses as well, because they can actually come in and figure out, who is doing, work with, in this example, with young people. So, for example, an employer can see that, that Clues is doing work with young people, and can then kind of use that as a connection or a resource to maybe hiring young people in their area. So. Rachel?
And I think I'll just say it's the same for partners, other community-based organization partners. I think what's nice about our partner guide is that a lot of the contact information is for actual people. It's not like an info email, which is nice, as well as folks in the community are working to develop closer partnerships with other organizations. It's nice to have a person. And so that's another good use of the tool. And obviously, if you're an organization and you're trying to connect with another organization and you see that they're in our partners link, it also probably is an inclination that we do work with them at the county, and we might have a way to get you in touch there as well. And we really see our role as the county to be a convener and to help partnerships develop. And so we're happy to help make connections for folks either from the webpage, but also beyond the webpage.
Great point. Yeah, so just in seeing that we are quickly running out of time, I just want to very, very briefly show you this labor market information. We have commissioned a series of labor market reports that we have launched in partnership with Real-Time Talent. So across the bottom here, you'll see these are very comprehensive, detailed reports that Real-Time Talent has developed on our behalf, and they are so detailed that sometimes it takes just a moment for them to load into my computer. But I think this one on youth employment is about 60 pages. It contains a lot of really great data and statistics that you can draw from, and if you're doing some grant writing or you just want some additional information. I'm sorry it's not loading very quickly here, Let me just jump back actually and also show you the little snapshot reports that we produce every month and post here. And it's just a quick little industry report. This particular one is on healthcare, and we do these for each of the kind of the targeted industry sectors within Ramsey County. So the kind of those key sectors. And this one is for employers. We also produce them for from the perspective of a job seeker, but it really just gives a little bit of information on, you know, kind of what the current workforce demand is within Ramsey County. So there's posting, you know, job opening information, salary information, who the top employers are, the education level that those employers are looking for, and just kind of a little assessment or evaluation on what the current hiring challenges are. So lots of great information under this labor market information tile here on the site. So, all right, yeah, if we can just, I'd be happy to take any last, you know, final quick questions here, and then if we have a minute, Rachel will share one other tool with you.
Okay, let's see, Becky, I'm gonna stop. Okay, there you go, you stopped sharing. So for, we just wanted to do a quick plug. I think some of the folks on the call know, but Ramsey County is also a provider of youth and young adult services through 3 partner organizations. And so just wanted to quickly show folks our website. If you just go to ramseycounty.us/young adult employment program, you will find us. And if you are working with young people between the ages of 14 and 24 who live in Ramsey County and have some barriers to education and employment, we can connect them to one of our 3 partner organizations to get them individualized, customized employment and training services. And so just wanted to do a quick plug on here. You'll find our 3 partner organizations, you'll find their applications, who to contact from there as well as our general contact information for Workforce Solutions if folks have questions. So just wanted to do a reminder that we do have services available to young folks. And so if you are working with any young people who need some support in this space, feel free to reach out to either myself or to any of our vendor partners, and we'd be happy to connect young folks.
Well, thank you, Rachel and Rebecca. I know it is just a really robust site, so I know you weren't able to even go over everything, but I think certainly those things are really applicable to a lot of the folks that I've been connecting with, and so glad to see that piece and helping us just to figure out how to best start to get navigated on it. I shared Becky's email in the chat, so feel free to reach out to her directly, and in the recording I'll put it in the description for folks to contact Rachel or Becky. So with that, I want to thank you both so much for all that information, and excited to see it continue to grow and get utilized.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. It was great to be with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you.